Hello guys, welcome to the channel. It's TPM5 with another NBA video. In this one, I'm going to be talking about 3 NBA trades that have been circulating throughout the last few days. So without further ado, let's get started. As you can see, the first player I'm going to be talking about is Jerami Grant, and I'm going to be talking about a particular trade that sends him to Chicago. Now, as you guys know, the forward out of Syracuse is a very good defensive player, and has also proved his worth on the offensive side of the floor as he made his move to Detroit. He's coming off of a season last year where he averaged 22 points and 5 rebounds. This season has taken a slight step back, averaging around 20 points and 5 rebounds, so just a couple points less per game. Now, the trade I'll show you guys now will send him to Chicago in a deal that sees Derek Jones Jr., Marko Simonovic, and Patrick Williams going to the Detroit Pistons in exchange for Jerami Grant. Now, the mindset for the Chicago Bulls in this move is to capitalize on their window that they have now. They weren't expecting to be this good, and you never know when you'll be the first seed in your conference, with how things have been recently in the NBA. So I feel like they should take this chance to capitalize. I'm aware that the Pistons probably will want draft compensation, and that's fine. You can chuck that in as well. Now, the Bulls have been an elite offensive team in the top 5 of the league. However, on defense, they're 19th, obviously needing a few more, pieces on that side of the floor. This move gives them an elite defender that can go toe-to-toe in the postseason with almost any guy, in a forward spot, and even he could probably take Giannis, and he could probably take Giannis a lot better than what Nikola Vucevic would as well. Now, the perspective for the Pistons would be to be getting a player in Patrick Williams that fits their timeline a lot better than Jerami Grant, and also saving some money too for whatever purpose that may bring. Might want to extend some of the younger guys or make a few moves like I saw that link with DeAndre Ayton. This allows them to do that by freeing up some cap. I didn't include a draft pick in that trade, but looking back on it, it probably is likely that would actually be included in the deal. Now, I feel like the Bulls, should capitalize on their window. Yeah, it sucks to lose Patrick Williams, but you are getting someone that fits the core group in terms of age in Jerami Grant, and it kind of maximizes that win now window that they've pushed themselves into. So that is the first trade. Now, just a quick break, guys. I make NBA content 2 to 3 times a week, and I'd like you guys to be there for that. So please subscribe. Also like this video and comment, how you thought these trades will go, and if you have any feedback or criticisms of these deals. Now, the next trade I have, which will be no surprise by the thumbnail, is Ben Simmons going to the Portland Trail Blazers in a deal that sees the Philadelphia 76ers gained CJ McCollum, a kind of all-star caliber guard, and also 2 draft picks, one being a first rounder and another one being a second rounder, in exchange for the standoffish Ben Simmons. The rationale for the Portland Trail Blazers doing this deal is you get a defensive player that can also set the table on offense. He can kind of defend better next to Dame, and kind of obviously Dame does a lot on offense, so kind of help him out and give him a break on that side of the floor. Now, things couldn't be going any worse for Portland. They're currently 17 and 25, barely in a play-in spot. They're the 29th ranked defense, and for that you'd want to be a good offense, and they're only mediocre in offense, currently 12th out of 30 teams. So getting Ben will improve them on offense, taking some load off of Dame, and then it would also improve their defense as well, because that dynamic with the 2 small guards hasn't worked for a long period of time, and they've been consistently in the basement in terms of defensive rating. I don't want to bash on them too much, but I feel like it's time for Portland to make some serious moves. And from a Philly perspective, you probably do this deal close to the end of the deadline if you can't get anything better. You get a player that can score and also play make to an extent. He's a borderline all-star kind of caliber talent, so they all end up getting something they want out of it. And you look at Joel Embiid, he's getting a year older, he's not injured, and he's actually playing well, so you'd actually want to surround him with something to help him win. Obviously, you don't want to have another year go to waste, because, Embiid's been in the league for a while. He's probably 27, I think, 27, 28, 26, 27, 28 in that ballpark. And, you really want to be capitalizing on these chances that you have. The East has been relatively open this year. Obviously, I wouldn't class Philly as a contender, but to get someone on the court in return for Ben Simmons in CJ McCollum, who fits in pretty well and adds shooting, will do them some favors. And for Portland, you have to try shake something up. And if Dame's out for the rest of the year, like some news sources are saying, well, this gives them a piece to try out with Anthony Simons. And if not, then they can just wait till Dame's back. Now, I'm aware that Portland are looking to move some of the key pieces around that roster, like Robert Covington and also uh, Yusuf Nurkic, I think. So if they make some moves there too, that's another thing to watch out for. On to the final team of the video, which is the Los Angeles Lakers, and it's a trade that involves the Indiana Pacers. Now, this is an interesting deal. So it'll end up freeing up the Lakers a roster spot, but they have to sacrifice a second round pick that they've openly said they don't want to do. However, it gets them a player in Justin Holiday, who's on contract for next year, so it gives them some flexibility to make trades during the offseason. And it also gives them a player, more importantly as to the now in the moment, that can shoot the threes and also defend on a perimeter level, which is something they obviously are lacking since the Westbrook trade. I'm sure in the future I'll make a video involving a Westbrook trade, another reason to subscribe and stick around, but it'll help them get the roster spot that they need and then also get a slight fix for those perimeter defense woes. The Lakers are below 500 and have been teetering on above one game above 500 and one game below 500. This isn't going to change a great deal, but it is a move that I can see happening and would make sense for them. As for the Pacers, they've openly said they're looking to commit to a rebuild, which is something their owner's been rather hesitant to do for the longest time. They get a second round pick and they move off of a contract that it isn't particularly bad, but you get a draft pick out of it and you get a couple veteran guys. It's not really something that's they're going to be too excited to do, but it's not exactly a terrible deal either. It works both ways. That's it for the video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and peace out. Thank you for watching.